Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games.
Two outs in the top of the ninth. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority. And Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
Cresco Rents. What you need, when you need it. And we show you how to use it. It's simple. You choose it, you use it. We have the right tool for every job. Never buy it, never store it. When you need it, just rent it.
I'm Chris Smith, president of Cresco. If you need it, Cresco's got it.
All over the Bay Area and online at CrescoRent.com.
Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly. The Sonoma Stompers pregame show is on the air. Kieran Costa and Nate Martin have you covered up until first pitch here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. Get all the insights and analysis for tonight's contest and hear from Stompers manager Zach Pace on the Stomper Report. Your coverage of Stompers baseball starts right now.
Welcome to Monte Vista High School in Danville, California. The Stompers hit the road for their second matchup of 2026 with the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Coming off a couple off days, the Stomps got the job done on Sunday night to get back to 8-8. 5 games this week, so they can't end this week 500. Something got to give here as the season gets rolling.
Yeah, and the mindset that the coaching staff preaches every single week is win the week. You got a clear opportunity to do it with 5 games. The problem is 4 of those 5 are against 2 teams that you're competing with for playoff spots in the CCL North, starting with the Walnut Creek Crawdads, who you're currently 3 games behind, and then the Merchants on the weekend. It's a really good opportunity for Sonoma to make up some ground against the Crawdads, especially. You play them twice this week. You beat them once already. You know you can get it done against this crew. It's just about executing.
Busy week for the Stompers. They're here in Danville today, tomorrow on the road against Menlo Park, and then a big weekend. Friday and Sunday, the Merchants comes to town. It will be another matchup against these Crawdads on Saturday. But with 2 games against the Merchants coming up, let's take a look at how the last game against the Merchants went. The Stompers got the win on Sunday.
Sunday's game against the Merchants belonged to one player, Misael Europero, and it all started in the second for the Venezuelan.
Europero hits this one hard to deep right field. Coming over is Johnson. It one hops the wall. Dug out in the corner. One run's going to score. Dave Hoke is going to hold up Angel Garcia. The first extra base hit of the season for Europero gives the Stompers the lead.
But Europero's day would have to go on pause for the Merchants to tie the game, but not before the Stompers' defense would make a play.
The pitch. Hit right up the middle, bounces off the mound, flip from Europero, throw over to first, in time. The Stompers turn the double play to get 2 outs, but Loxa scores the tying run. It's 1-1 in the top of the fourth.
The deadlock would soon be broken by Europero's cousin Angel Garcia on a sacrifice fly, and up stepped Europero to make a play a lot more flashy than a sac fly.
2-1. Hit high to right. Johnson looking up at the wall. He's ran out of room. Leaps up and couldn't grab it. Misael Europero, his first home run of the summer, extends Sonoma's lead to 3 in the bottom of the 5th.
Into the 7th inning, and a new name showed up for the Stompers. Outfielder Mike Jones got his first hit in his first game to extend the lead.
Here he lines it into left center field. Handing over is Ellis. He goes into a dive. He can't get it. Landry cuts it off too late. Jones heads towards second. He leaps over the tag, but he could not do it. The out is at second base, but it's an RBI for Mike Jones.
But it wouldn't be smooth sailing for Sonoma as Alameda got a run back in the 8th.
There's 2 away. Johnson rips this one down the right field line. Fair ball. It's going to cut into the corner. Sebastiani goes to dig it out too late. RBI double for Trey Johnson. He continues to kill Sonoma. The lead cut to 5-2.
And in the 9th, the Merchants loaded the bases. So Zach Pace turned to the ever-reliable Devin Laginto for the final out.
Bases juiced. 1-1 pitch with 2 outs. Laginto fires. This one's chopped to second. Europero comes in. Underhands to first. In time! Devin Laginto comes in with the bases loaded and secures a 5-2 Stompers victory. That win over Alameda evens Sonoma's record to 8-8 on the season. They face a 10-4 Crawdads team that have won 6 in a row. So the Dads have really picked it up after losses to Sonoma and then a couple losses to SLO. Nate, again, the Stompers playing a team on a very long win streak.
Yeah, but every game is an opportunity to break that win streak, and Sonoma hoping to do that today. It would be big to just get back within 2 games of these Crawdads. 3 games feels, as the season goes on, that starts to feel more insurmountable. 2 games, you're right there, especially when you play them again on the weekend. So it's a good opportunity for Sonoma to get to continue to get on track, to find themselves in the win column once again, to be back above 500 for the first time in a while. So hoping they can capitalize.
Second of 9 meetings between these 2 teams this year. And before this Wednesday afternoon affair, I talked to the Stompers manager, Zach Pace, about what it takes to win here at Monte Vista. Welcome to the Stomper Report. Sonoma on the road here at Monte Vista High School to face the Crawdads for the 2nd time this season. And Zach, you guys have sort of become 2 rivals here consistently at the top of the CCL North. It was nice to get that win over them the first time you played them at Arnold. What are you going to have to do to beat them today here?
Yeah, we just got to play solid baseball, get a good start, hopefully out of Jake, and, fill up the zone, take our quality at bats, play good defense. Hopefully good things happen with that. You try to win at least 2 of the 3 phases, and good things happen.
Jake Andreas, now this is his 4th start. He's now pitched at 4 different places, and he was really effective down at Sinsheimer Park against SLO. He went 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, only allowed that 1 hit. This ballpark, almost the polar opposite. Nothing leaves the yard at Sinsheimer. Sort of everything leaves the yard here at Monte Vista. What mechanically does he have to do to sort of keep the ball down in the zone?
Yeah, just bringing his sights down a little bit, getting around the knees. And getting ahead is huge too, right? When you have those players those hitters on a defensive mode and not being more offensive and aggressive when they're ahead in the count. And if they're behind in the count, they have to be a little bit more defensive. So getting ahead in the count's huge, and, use that to your advantage. I think that's what he did really good with his last outing, was really getting ahead and putting himself in good pitchers counts, So if we could do that, we'll do a pretty good job today.
Let's move to the offensive side. I don't want to sort of find numbers that maybe don't exist, but Angel Garcia fully committed today to Bellarmine, but that's sort of been in the process for the last week. It seems like he's maybe playing a little bit more free. He's hitting the ball a lot better the last 3 games. Do you think maybe the pressure off of being out of the portal, having a place to go, has maybe freed him up a little bit at the plate?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that does definitely help. Kind of frees his mind a little bit, and he can go play the game, doesn't have to worry about impressing so much. So, it's good for him, and we're really happy for him. And, we've been talking to him about that, and really excited for him to see what he has to come, in the future here over at Bellarmine.
Moving down to the bottom of the lineup, Bryson Ayala fighting for that starting shortstop role with Kays DeRomular. Really just a lot of great things out of both of those guys. And Coach Mayo, your hitting coach, has said that he thinks it's all there with Ayala. He just has to put it together. Anything you're looking at specifically with him at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, it's just putting it together. He just needs a little bit more experience and, getting those ABs under his belt. I think, all those kind of help each time he gets a little bit more experience. And, he has a lot of tools, and we're really excited to see him grow. And he's already grown a bunch for us, I feel like, already. And I feel like he's continuing in that right direction.
And then you're in your catcher rotation, you're going back to Gage McCown today. Definitely the most defensively strong out of the group, one could say. What does he do so well behind the plate?
He kind of does everything well back there. I mean, he's just a really solid catcher behind there. Like his stick, too. He catches the ball, he throws, he blocks, kind of does all the facets of the game, right? So, we're excited to have him back out there. And, with Hunter down in the rotation for a little bit and Bonfili's down for a few days in the rotation. So we'll go back and forth with McCown and Garcia for a couple days till everybody gets back.
We've talked about the hitting and the pitching. Let's wrap up here with the base running. You guys have been a lot more aggressive on the base paths. Maybe Wesley Bass started that, but just over the past 3 or 4 games, you've been a lot more aggressive on the base path. Steal numbers are up, but outs on the bases are also up. What do you guys have to do just to be smart base runners out there?
Yeah, just running the right counts and right situations. I like to be a little bit more aggressive when we have the lead. If we're, behind or tied, I like to be a little bit more conservative. So hopefully we're just running at the right situations. And, we kind of have the more personnel this year, I feel like, to run than years past. So that's why those numbers, I feel like, are up. So hopefully we pick the right times and we're safe.
Thanks, Skip. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Monte Vista High School. I'm Kieran Costa, joined by Nate Martin in a delay between the Stompers and the Crawdads. No umpires have yet to take the field. It's 4 o'clock, the time we were scheduled to have first pitch. And Nate, no better time to keep chatting about this Stompers team that have really a big week in front of them. I think you end this week 3-2. It's a victory. 2 against the Crawdads, 2 against the Merchants, and then Menlo Park on the road tomorrow. It's the first time also the Stompers have played back-to-back road games in 2 different places.
Yeah, and obviously that can be tough coming up and down from Sonoma. Besides slow, this is the longest road trip for any team in the CCL North. So Sonoma going to have to live with that with back-to-back games first down to here, and then really the second longest road trip you can have down to Palo Alto and Baylands. So it's good to be on the road. Of course, you want to play, the villains and try to take a win away. They will introduce the starting lineup for the Stompers with Darth Vader's theme from Star Wars. So clearly trying to play up to that villain role right here, or at least that's what the Crawdads are trying to create. But it's been tough on the road for Sonoma. 1-4 away from home. It's a good opportunity this week to get back on track in terms of that.
Yeah, the Stompers are the villains of the California Collegiate League North, the reigning CCL North champions, and they did it in a very villainous way. The walk-off home run over Walnut Creek in the CCL North title game. This is just the second time they'll meet since then. Out come the umpires. Brant Cummings and Zach Pace meet with Angela Nori and Robert McGee. It looks like it'll just be a 2-umpire crew today. So, and now there's some confusion at this meeting. This We're sort of all over the map today here at Monte Vista High School. The Stompers 8-8, the Crawdads 10-4. Sonoma 1-4 away from Arnold Field. The Crawdads have done well, 7-3, 10 home games. They've really struggled on the road. It looks like we're finally close to getting going here, so we'll step aside. That wraps up an elongated Sonoma Stompers pregame show. Lineups and first pitch next on the Stompers Broadcast Network.
Thanks for tuning in to the Stompers pregame show. First pitch is on the way here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC, solutions made for your vineyard. Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma. The lines are painted, the lineups are in, the field is raked, and the cleats are laced. Your Sonoma Stompers are just about ready to take the field. Now, straight to the voice of the Stompers, here's Kieran Costa.
We're ready for baseball here in the East Bay. The Stompers and the Crawdads for the second time in 2026. The 8-8 Stompers send out this lineup as announced by 8th-year manager Zach Pace. The center fielder Chase Taylor leads off, followed by the right fielder Trent Keys and the third baseman Tino Vassell. The middle third, the first baseman Angel Garcia, the second baseman Misael Europero, and the left fielder Wesley Bass. 7, 8, and 9 go the catcher Gage McCown, the DH Mateo Heredia, and the shortstop Bryson Ayala. They face a 6-foot, 195-pound righty, a freshman, Kalani Hadagi from Chula Vista, California. He started at Eastlake High School, redshirted last season at San Diego State University. Did not get into a game for the Aztecs as of yesterday. He announced he's heading to San Jose State for the fall, making his third start of league action. He's gone 5 2/3 innings, allowing just 1 earned run, 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Both of those outings, if you will, were against the San Francisco Seagulls. He faces a much tougher lineup in the Stompers that start Taylor, Keys, and Vassell against Haudagi in the first. Stompers wearing their road gray uniforms, Sonoma and Navy script across the front, Navy number on the back, and the orange number on the front of the uniform. The Crawdads in the home reds, red piping across the side, Crawdads and red outlined in white on the front, numbers in black on the front and back. And we'll set the defense behind Kalani Hadagi. Riley Winchell does the catching. It's Pulasic, Bull, and Aldridge left to right in the outfield. The infield goes TJ Woodson at third, Kevin Parker at shortstop, former Stomper Elijah Ramos at second, and Barrett Ronson is at first. And we once again seem to be caught in an umpire delay. There's nobody behind the plate as Winchell will still throw down to second. Jacoby Heyer takes his station as the Stompers' first base coach. Dave Hoke over at third. Mike Nunez, the pitching coach, the hitting coach, Paul Madarena. And the players are out on the field. There's an arm throwing in the Crawdads bullpen already, so that's a sign. We don't know how long Kalani Hadagi is for this ball game. Robert McGee, the first base umpire, has play stopped, standing at first base. Shakes hands with Jacoby Heyer. We're getting started a little bit late here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. I'm Kieran Costa, joined by Nate Martin here. The Stompers looking to climb back above 500. They're 9-8 on the season. Pretty day here in Danville. Sunny as always. 79 degrees as looks to be the first pitch temperature, and it's a really small yard here. It's a high school baseball field, home of the Monte Vista Mustangs. 325 down the line and left and right. 375 out to center. All the returners in this lineup, that would be returners from last year, is Keys and Taylor. Actually, the first two will be the only two that have played at this ballpark before. Chase Taylor played here in the 2024 CCL North title game. The Stompers would lose that game, and then in 2025 the Stompers would get their revenge last year. And you have to feel for Kalani Hadagi here, who ran out onto the field at 3:58. There were no umpires. He sat and waited there until 4:06, just completed his entire warm-up, and now is once again waiting for the home plate umpire.
Yeah, Robert McGee's at first. He's holding play up. Angela Nori, we believe, is the home plate ump. And normally in CCL League games, you're supposed to have a third umpire. So I don't know if that's the holdup. We're waiting for that. Or if we're waiting for Angela Nori for whatever reason. Nori was on the field. She's not. It's a really curious situation.
I'm really interested about the lefty up and throwing for the Crawdads in the bullpen. I think it might just be a bullpen day for him. Hadagi has gone 2 2/3 in his first appearance, 3 innings last time out, as Chase Taylor and Trent Keys will head back into the Stomper dugout to pick up a little shade. A sunny one here in the East Bay. Angela Nori is back on the field, ready to take her position behind the plate, and I think at this point Hadagi might be privy to a couple more warm-up pitches if he wants them. It's taken a little while, but we're set for action here at Monte Vista. Kalani Hadagi, a right-handed pitcher. Chase Taylor digs in from the left side. Angela Nori says play. Finally, we're underway from Monte Vista. Taylor takes a first pitch for a called strike one at 4:11 Pacific time. It's 79 degrees in Danville, California, and bright sunshine as always. Taylor takes outside and low, 1-1. 3-pitch mix coming from the righty. Fastball, splitter, and slider. His 1-1, that's a breaking ball low in the dirt. The count is 2-1 to Taylor. That fastball can get up to 91. The splitter all the way down to 78. Hidagi pitches, and Taylor takes inside and low. After a first pitch strike, 3 straight have misses, and one more wide one would yield the first base runner of the ball game in the form of Chase Taylor. Hidagi, a righty. Taylor, a lefty. The 3-1 pitch. Chase hits it hard into right center field. Bull ranging over, and he makes a running catch. Taylor hit it hard, but it finds the glove of Bryden Bull, the center fielder, who caught it heading out towards right center. Extra base is taken away from Taylor, and that brings up Trent Keys.
It's a well-hit ball on a 3-1. He got a pitch that he was expecting, got it off the bat. It's just, Taylor, the power isn't as much there as it is with other batters. Unlucky for CT.
Brings up Trent Keys, a left-handed hitter. Hidagi's first pitch is swung on and missed. That's the first pitch slider. Fooled him. It's 0-1. Keys, in 14 games this season, is hitting .304. That's good for the second highest batting average on the Stompers. Angel Garcia, higher number, hitting cleanup today. The pitch to Keys. Called strike. The count's 0-2. Just getting started, top of the first in a scoreless ball game. 1 out, nobody aboard. Taylor started the game with a fly ball to center. Keys awaits an 0-2 from Hidagi. Howdigi's pitch. Trent bends back out of the way. The count's 1-2. Tino Vassell and then Angel Garcia to follow it. The inning can continue. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right on left, the pitch. Keys takes low, and the count's 2-2. Keys 4 doubles, 3 RBI. He's struck out 9 times and walked 9 times. Not an easy guy to get swinging. We'll see what Howdigi comes with on a 2-2 pitch. Winchell sets up low and away. Keys takes low and away. The count's full at 3-2. Back-to-back 3-ball counts worked by the top 2 in the Stomper order.
Saying that you'd like a walk out of one of these two.
He's tall left-handed hitter, awaits a payoff pitch and bounces it foul weakly towards the Stomper dugout. Taking up the third base side here at Monte Vista, the Crawdads on the first base side. Keys now officially in a battle with Howdigi. He's about to see his 7th pitch of the plate appearance. Howdigi, a deep breath. He comes set at the belt, rocks and fires to the plate. Keys takes up and outside, ball 4. First base runner of the contest is a 1-out walk in the top of the first inning for Trent Keys, his 10th of the season. That brings up Tino Vassell, Stomper's extra base hit leader. He's also tied for the team lead in hits. Keys and Vassell both enter play with 14. If Tino can find the outfield grass, that would yield him a team-leading 15th knock of the season. He's short lead at first, held on by Ronson. Slide step delivery. Vassell takes a called strike. Tino, a .304 average and a .425 on base percentage. 4 doubles, couple home runs, 3 RBI. Also a triple. Lots of hitting room on the right side. Keys bluffs but doesn't run. Vassell takes low and away, 1-1. Just getting started, top of the first. Scoreless ball game. 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 pitch comes to Vassell. Howdigi pitches. Vassell takes up and away. Counts 2-1. Keys is the runner at first. 3rd consecutive Stomper to get ahead in the count to start this ball game. Vassell, the third consecutive lefty in Zach Pace's order. Howdige's pitch. Low and away. The count's now 3 balls and 1 strike. All 3 Stompers to come to the plate have worked into 3-ball counts. Taylor flew out on a 3-1. Keys walked on a 3-2. We'll see what happens here to Tino Vassell. Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. Bronson holds the runner. The 3-1. Vassell takes outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Kalani Howdige. And that brings up Angel Garcia, the cleanup man, with runners at first and second. And out to the mound comes Riley Winchell. Howdige just a little bit out of rhythm as expected with the odd start time. 2 mini delays before we got to first pitch. That came in at 4:11 Pacific time.
Especially when you come out to the field at 4, expecting the anthem to play, and then the anthem doesn't end up playing. You go back to your dugout for a few minutes, and then you wait for that home plate meeting, and anthem plays, and then you have a warm-up that's further delayed by another umpire.
Garcia, the first righty in the order against Howdige. 2 on, 1 out. Stompers trying to strike first here against the Crawdads. Angel takes a called strike 1. Garcia, a 3.08 average. That tops the Stomps. 453 on base percentage. A double, a home run, 9 RBI. If he can shoot a gap here, he can get to a double-digit stake mark here in 2026. The pitch to him is high. A pick back to first base. Vassell is safe. Here comes Brand Cummings to argue. Stomper dugout is happy. Robert McGee will go over and have a word with Brand Cummings, who popped out of the dugout immediately. Just a 2-person umpiring crew, and now I think just 1 play too late. Here comes Ricardo Rodriguez. He will take the first base spot. So now order has been restored with all 3 umpires on the field. Stompers could have caught a break there. Vassell was dancing off the bag. Winchell threw behind him to first base and, barely back with a dive. 2 on, 1 out. The pitch to Garcia chases. The count's 2-1. Congratulations to Angel Garcia, who announced his official transfer to Bellarmine earlier today. Played his freshman season at Coppin State, where he hit just over 300. Will join Connor Johnston as a member of the Bellarmine Knights in the fall. The pitch to Garcia here is lined on 1 hop to shortstop. It eats up Parker, who's going to flip to second in time. Vassell had to hold in case that line drive was caught by Kevin Parker. And then it took 1 bounce. He slid to knock it down and go the short way. So aboard is Angel Garcia on a fielder's choice. To third base is Keys. Stompers have a runner 90 feet away with 2 outs. Nice recovery by Parker. It was a low knuckling line drive that 1 hopped to him. And he went the short way to get Vassell out at second. Runners at the corners with 2 outs for another lefty, Misael Europero. Slide step pitch. Misa takes outside 1-0.
The big problem for the pitcher is that he's missed on the outer half a lot to these lefties. That's why he issued walks to Keys and Vassell, and now he's facing another lefty in Europero.
Misael coming off a 3-hit day. He hits this one in the air to left center field. Chasing back is Pulisic, and he makes the catch. The inning is over. Stompers hit a couple balls hard, but nothing to show for it. No runs on no hits, no Crawdads errors, and 2 left. Nothing across for Sonoma with the Crawdads coming up in the bottom half.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
Jake Andreas takes the hill for the Stompers. The offense couldn't get anything across in the top of the inning. Jake, a 6'3", 195-pound righty from St. George, Utah, just finished up his freshman year at USF. He played at Dixie High School out in Utah. He had a ERA over 10 in 23 innings pitched for the Dons. But here in Sonoma, he's gone 7 2/3 innings, given up 7 earned runs. His last time out, though, he was magnificent. 4 innings pitched of 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch baseball, no earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. That was over 4 innings last week against the Blues. That was last Tuesday. That was a game the Stompers would eventually fall in extra innings. Looking to repeat that 4-shutty performance, he faces TJ Woodson, Daniel Pulasic, and Kevin Parker here in the first. Woodson, a righty, takes low and inside from Andreas for ball 1.
I don't think it's ridiculous to say that that last outing from Andreas, the 4 innings against Slow, was the best start of any Sonoma pitcher.
I would go as far as to say best pitching performance. This one's bounced to third. Vassell dives, throws to first. Nice stretch by Angel Garcia over at first. So one USF Don picks up another. Vassell throws out Woodson, 1 down.
That was a really nice play by Vassell. Fully extended to get that one. It was a hard hit ball over to third, and he just got it.
Andreas misses just upstairs. The count's 1-0. He faces Daniel Pulasic from UC Irvine. Limited runs so far for the Crawdads. He's 4 for 16. Andreas working quickly and missing in. The count's 2 balls and no strikes.
And that's the thing about a few guys, especially in this top part of the order, 2, 3, and 4, all really, 2 and 4 and 5, really don't have much experience for the Crawdads.
This one's hit back up the middle, but Bryson Ayala, the shortstop, fields behind second and throws to first in time. Jake Andreas induces a couple weak ground balls to start it off, and now Kevin Parker from Texas Southern will make his way into the right-handed batter's box. Pulasic, a guy that joined the team late. Cam Taylor, the guy in the on-deck circle from Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. You might remember him from last year's CCL North title game. Second-year Crawdad Cam Taylor on deck. First, it's Kevin Parker, who takes low, skipped in there, 1-0. Parker hitting .225 on the season. Pops this one up, first base side and well out of play, over the Crawdads on-field bullpen down the right field line. Just like most of the CCL yards, a very deep backstop if anything gets past Gage McCown, who's the catcher. Bass, Taylor, Keys, left to right. Vassell, Ayala, Europero, Garcia, third to first. The pitch to Parker. This one's grounded to second. Europero gobbles it up and slings it to first. A ground ball to third, a ground ball to short, and then a ground ball to second. 5-3, 6-3, 4-3. Go the Crawdads, 1-2-3. We head to the second and a scoreless tie.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors, From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC, solutions made for your vineyard.
Wesley Bass, Gage McCown, Mateo Heredia. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup for the Stompers as Kalani Haudagi starts his second inning of work and delivers low for ball 1, says Angela Nori, the home plate umpire. Now joined by Ricardo Rodriguez down the first baseline and Robert McGee down the third baseline. Bass swings and hits it to the shortstop. Parker, it's a long throw across the diamond in time to get the speedy Bass. 1 out here in the top of the second. Haudagi induces a ground ball of his own after Jake Andreas induced 3 ground balls in the top, or in the bottom of the first inning. Now we play in the top of the second, a 0-0 ball game. It took Haudagi 23 pitches to escape that first inning. He allowed 2 walks but no runs. Gage McCown takes low 1-0.
And I think you really got to be patient against Haudagi, especially if you're lefty, because so many of his misses were on that outer half of the plate to left-handed hitters.
McCown takes low 2-0. Haudagi, a right-handed pitcher, missing a little bit to the arm side here in the early going. He faces a righty McCown. Gage ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. He checks his swing, appeal to third, no swing. The count, beg your pardon, is 3 balls and no strikes. McCown 5 for 21 with 2 doubles. Looking to get aboard here. 3-0. Skips in there, 4-pitch walk, the third allowed by Haudagi through 7 hitters, and now Mateo Heredia, off to a slow start at the plate, will dig in, another righty.
Yeah, 4 straight righties at the back end of the order. One of the few Stompers lineups so we see more right-handed hitters than lefties.
McCown a righty at first, Heredia a righty in the box, Ayala a righty in the on-deck circle. The pitch to Heredia is low. That's 5 consecutive out of the zone from Haudagi, with 1 on and 1 out. A tie ball game here at Monte Vista, scoreless in the top of inning number 2. Heredia bounces this one to the shortstop hole and through for a base hit. The first knock for either team. A 1-out single for Mateo Heredia, just a chopper with eyes. Split Woodson and Parker, the third baseman and shortstop. First and second for the Stompers with 1 out yet again. That brings up Bryson Ayala. Ayala, a 154 average, 267 on base. He does have a triple, a homer, and 4 driven in. The first pitch to him is taken for a called strike to the righty who stands in that batter's box at 6'6". Haudagi just 6 foot. Fires down from the mound. Here it is. Ayala hits this one to the shortstop, could be 2. To second for 1. The relay turn is in time. 6-4-3 goes the double play for Walnut Creek for Sonoma. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of inning number 2. Neither team yet to score.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Cam Taylor. Cam Taylor, left-handed hitter, leads off the second inning. Second-year Crawdad getting his first start here in 2026. He takes a called strike one. Taylor went to Andrew College, then Eastern Kentucky. He spent last year at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College in Tifton, Georgia. He bounces this one to second. Europero gets a low hop and throws to first in time. 4 consecutive ground balls, and it's taken Andreas just 10 pitches to retire the first 4 Crawdads. And Riley Winchell, another Crawdad veteran, comes in. Or a CCL veteran, that is. Winchell played for the Merchants of Alameda last year. He's 6 for 25 on the season. Takes off the corner away 1-0 from Jake Andreas.
11th pitch of the outing right there from Andreas, and even when he was doing more damage to the strikeout back and slow, he only had 55 pitches.
He's done a very good job of filling up the zone and inducing weak contact. The pitch to Winchell is popped up, foul out of play, 1-1.
That's a big thing that Zach Pace looks for. Attacking in the zone gets you far in this league, especially if you can induce weak contact like Andreas has done so far.
The pitch to Winchell just misses. The count's 2-1. Winchell is 6 for 25. 3 of those 6 hits have been home runs. That includes a walk-off home run against his former team, the Merchants. The pitch to him is lined hard towards left. Wesley Bass has to play it on a couple of hops, and there's a base runner against Jake Andreas. We'll see if that changes anything with the powerful Bryden Bulls striding in.
Now batting the center fielder, number 7, Bryden Bulls.
It's almost like an NBA starting lineup style introductions for every hitter as they come to the plate here.
Seems a little over the top for a Wednesday afternoon baseball game.
Beautiful afternoon here at Monte Vista. Bull way out in front. The Cats 0-1.
Bull and McCown, a couple of Vegas natives, shared a nice moment before Bull stepped in the batter's box just now.
Bryden, the hitter, the #1 outfielder out of the state of Nevada in 2025, according to Perfect Game, but he redshirted his last year at Ole Miss. That was a team that made a super regional run. Bull awaits an 0-1 from Andreas. This one's bounced up the middle, could be 2. Europero steps on second, throws to first. 4-3 double play. Jake Andreas, easy breezy through 2 innings. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We head to inning number 3. Still looking for our first run here on a Wednesday in Monte Vista.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Kalani Howdigi starts a second time through against the Stompers. It'll be Chase Taylor, Trent Keys, and Tino Vassell, the top 3 in the order, as they go to work. A 0-0 scoreline. Both teams have just one hit. Jake Andreas has induced 4 straight ground balls, a single, and then a ground ball double play. Taylor lined out hard to center his first time up. He swings first pitch and pops it up. In play for the catcher, Winchell, and he dropped it. Can of corn pop up for the catcher, Riley Winchell. It just kicked off of his glove. And Chase Taylor has a new lease on life. See what he can do with it. Ball was just hit straight up in the air. When Winchell was under it, it just hit off the heel of his glove. Taylor takes low on the next one, 1-1.
Sunny day, that's a play you probably should be coming down with as the catcher.
Just tailed on him at the last minute. Taylor takes a called strike. It's 1-2. Sonoma drew 2 walks in the first inning, left runners at the corners. They had first and second, 1 out. Bryson Ayala grounded into 2. Taylor pops this one up, fouling out of play again. This one up over our heads. We're set up sort of level with the left-handed batter's box here at Monte Vista. Thanks for joining us. Audio-only stream, Stomps on the road. Taylor pops this one up, back fouling out of play, trying to time up Kalani Howdigi.
I mean, even though Howdigi and Andreas have both, put up 2 zeros on the scoreboard so far each, I would say Howdigi's been the one that's looked more vulnerable. He's given up a few walks. Taylor had a pretty nicely hit ball in the center.
Here he hits a chopper back up the middle. Ramos fields a room service hop, and across his body throws out Taylor for 3.
That's more like the ground ball we've seen Andreas being able to induce. A simple play for the infield to make, and Ramos, we know he can make those.
4th ground ball that the starter Howdigi has gotten. They're now 10 hitters, and Keys, who drew a walk in his first time to the plate, digs back in. Righty on lefty, Howdigi to Keys. From the wind, the pitch is cut on and missed, 0-1, and Keys has swung at the first pitch in both of his first 2 trips. Lefty takes low, 1-1. Bases empty, 1 out. 0-0 ball game in the top of the 3rd. Keys swings and misses. It's 1-2. Drew his 10th walk of the summer last time up. 1-2 pitch. Keys takes low, 2-2, and day in, day out, you know you're going to get a professional at bat from the Stomper right fielder today. He has now 10 walks and 6 hit by pitches. 13 shy of the Plunkin mark from last year, and he hits this one hard and foul down the first baseline.
And yet he's still behind Hunter Carlson, who hasn't played since Thursday or Friday in terms of hit by pitches. Hunter has 7 on the year.
Deep breath in, delivery from Howdegi. Keys pops this one up, back end foul out of play. Stompers making the starter Howdegi work here in the 3rd inning. No action behind him in the bullpen. 3 innings, his longest outing of league play. That was back on June the 16th against San Francisco here at Monte Vista. He allowed a run. It was unearned. He misses outside to Keys, and Trent, this is what he does. This is the 2nd time he's worked himself into a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch from Howdegi. Keys takes low ball 4, a very nice at-bat. Stompers have a 1-out base runner for the 3rd consecutive frame.
I mean, Howdegi probably thought he was going to get Keys after 2 big swing and a misses to open up the at-bat, but that's not Trent Keys for you. He works his way back into the counts, and he drew another walk.
Patient hitter, now up to 11 in the free pass category this summer. Brings up Tino Vassell, 280 hitter, 496 on base. Off to a hot start this summer. Had a grand slam in San Francisco last Thursday. Keys starts but stops from first as Vassell takes a called strike 1. 304 average, made up of a nice 7 extra base hit marks, 4 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs. Check back to first base. Keys in with a dive.
Mentioned the lefty tossing up in the bullpen for Walnut Creek. No one really throwing right now. Some people stretching, but Howdegi's been solid.
I think it was just a bullpen day for him. You're coming off couple of off days. Got to get a guy up. Vassell hits this one hard to deep right center field. Bryden Bull has a look at the wall. She's gone. Tino Vassell breaks the deadlock in the 3rd. A 2-run shot out to right center. Stompers jump out in front 2-0.
It was big for Sonoma to get in front in this game. The team just plays so much better ahead in games than they do behind. And for Tino Vassell to get it on a beautiful hit to that right center wall, I mean, 3rd home run of a year. He's putting together a hell of a campaign.
Vassell was in the conversation to win Stomper of the Week last year. He lost out to today's starter, Jake Andreas. He's already making a case to start Week 3. Now Garcia takes low 1-0, and we'll see if that prompts any action in the Crawdad bullpen. And Trent Keys working that walk. Again, you have to give him a lot of credit. Behind 1-2, works it to a walk, and then Vassell gets a mistake pitch and hits it right over what's a 375 sign out in right center. Garcia tried to get a home run swing off of his own, but hits it foul back to the screen. You wonder if getting that commitment out of the way, now you have a place to go come the fall. Maybe a little bit of a monkey off the back. Garcia can now just go out there and hit. Not that he hasn't been doing that so far. 308, a double, a homer, and 9 driven in. He sends this one to right, not deep. Aldridge heads towards the line, and crossing into foul ground, he makes the play.
I mean, stress-free baseball is good baseball, Kieran. Of course, it's great to have that commitment. And, as you mentioned, Garcia's really earned that, the way he's playing this summer. Connor Johnston, a Bellarmine teammate. We've seen a lot of Bellarmine guys come through the years with the Stompers. It's good to see another now with Garcia.
The former Stomper Landon Akers, who played here last summer, left Bellarmine. He's heading to play for the Louisville Cardinal. Congrats to him as Misael Europero, a huge swing from the lefty. Mies had 3 hits on Sunday, including his first 2 extra base hits, a double and a home run. That for Europero, his first collegiate level home run. He takes outside and low. Did not put one over the wall at Youngstown State, even being an everyday guy and an all-Horizon freshman team, all-Horizon League freshman team for Europero. It felt really good, he said, to get that first one at the college level. He takes outside, it's 2-1.
Yeah, and he came to Sonoma to develop more as a power hitter, and if he can really add that to his game, I don't think there's a clearer candidate to be on cycle watch like Europero was on Sunday.
He takes low outside, 3-1, but this is what he does even better. He has a .439 on base percentage.
Well, yeah, his average last game went up from 200 to 245 just off of those 3 hits.
He's also walked 15 times this year. Make it 16. That's wide ball 4.
It's not like it's been a small sample size. Europero has rightfully earned himself as the everyday second baseman, and for reasons like that, working counts. He's got good speed on the bases as well.
Now batting the left fielder, number 44, Wesley Bass.
Howdy continuing to struggle a little bit with that fastball missing to the arm side. The righty just flipped his school. He played last year at San Diego State where he redshirted. He's headed to San Jose State this fall. Low to Wesley Bass, 1-0. That walk to Europero, the 5th he's issued today. As we play here in the top of inning number 3, Stompers lead the Crawdads 2-0. Europero not running from first. Bass hits this one to shortstop. Parker goes the short way to second, and the inning is over. But the Stompers get 2 runs on just 1 hit. A Tino Vassell homer, his 3rd of the year, starts the scoring. Sonoma 2, Walnut Creek nothing after 2.5.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Barrett Ronson, then Shane Aldridge, and finally Elijah Ramos. The bottom 3rd of the order. It's been 5 ground balls and a single. That single erased on a double play. The pitch to Ronson. Outside, 1-0. Andreas now working with a 2-0 cushion thanks to his USF Don teammate Tino Vassell's 2-run home run in the top of this 3rd inning. Pitch to Ronson. Through the heart, 1-1. Ronson from Santa Ana College. He's playing in his 14th game for the Crawdads. He takes outside and low. He's hitting .239 with a .289 on base percentage. So he struck out 11 times and walked just twice. Right-handed hitter with slightly open stance. Andreas' delivery is bounced to second. Europero fields, sets, throws, got him, and you guessed it, it's a ground ball out to start the inning. Europero has fielded 4 ground balls already, and he's only been on the field while 8 hitters have come to the plate.
I mean, it's a really, really nice job from Andreas to just induce this weak contact.
Ground ball after ground ball and one hard-hit single. This is a ground ball to first. Nice play by Angel Garcia. He waves off Andreas, takes it to the bag himself. There's 2 away. Jake Andreas, a ground ball machine here on a Wednesday afternoon. I haven't seen anything like this in the CCL. 7 of 8 hitters have hit a ground ball.
Yeah, especially considering, strikeout numbers, especially for a guy like Andreas, who he has proven more than any starter really this summer that he can get strikeouts. I mean, it's good to have this in your bag as well.
From the wind, Andreas comes home. Ramos takes high 1-0. Elijah Ramos, congratulations to the former Stomper. He started at Cal State Fullerton for a couple of years, played last year at Cal State East Bay. As of this morning, he's committed to Cal State Bakersfield to continue his collegiate baseball journey. And he's ahead 2-0. Ramos, when he played for the Stompers 2 years ago, hit .323. He's hitting just a $167 for Walnut Creek. He takes high and tight 3-0. But a guy that gets on base, a .239 on base this year for the Crawdads. He had a .434 on base for the Stompers in 2024, and he takes a called strike 3-1. Ramos was on the field in a gray road uniform during the 2024 CCL North title game on this field. The Stompers fell to the Crawdads. Andreas' 3-1 pitch to the 9-hitter Ramos is hit hard to left center field. Chase Taylor heading over, and he reaches down and makes the catch at his shoe tops. Very nice play from Chase Taylor in the left center field alley. Jake Andreas has faced the minimum through 3. Nate Martin takes over the play-by-play duties for the top of the 4th. The Stompers out in front of the Crawdads 3-0.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Bottom of the order to the plate here for Sonoma, 7, 8, and 9. McCown, Heredia, and Ayala facing Hirogi for his 4th inning of work. Gave up a 2-run shot last time out. Pitches high. Breaking ball that just misses to McCown, 1-0. McCown, first time up today, drew a walk and made it all the way to second. Back in the second, could not score. The 1-0 to Gage. Finds the plate 1-1. Neither pitcher has struck a batter out this game. It's been all defense and then the home run from Vassell. Hirogi goes low there, 2-1. On the ground, on the ball in the dirt. McCown has shown some instances of power. 2 of his 5 hits this summer have gone for extra bases. Gets the ball 3 on the outer half of the zone. On the outer half, just misses the zone. Three-ball pitch from Hirogi. Hit high to right. Aldridge under it, right to him for the first out of the 4th. McCown tried to go the opposite way, but Aldridge was right there for the first out of the inning. Brings up Mateo Heredia, who got the first hit of this ball game. A single back in the second, his third hit of the year. Hirogi delivers. Breaking ball that finds the plate, 0-1. Hirogi, 6-foot right-handed pitcher facing the righty Heredia. The righty on deck, Bryson Ayala. The 0-1. Breaking ball again, inside, called for a strike. Heredia behind the count here, 0-2. Hirogi fires. Bouncer right over to short. Parker can't handle it. Goes in and out of a glove. Allows Heredia to reach for the second time this ball game on the E6. Bryson Ayala to the plate with a runner on first. Found himself in the second with runners on first and second. Had a inning-ending ground ball on a double play. Hirogi from the stretch. Gets called strike one on Ayala. Entering today hitting 154. The 2-lane green wave as Hirogi calls time, wants to get a new ball. Ayala hit a home run on opening day against the Blues. A home run would be the second given up by Crawdads pitching. That one finds the plate. 0-2 to Ayala. Sporting 47, different from his usual 51, which is being worn by Misael Europero. The 0-2 to Ayala, swing and a miss. Strike three. The first punch out from either pitcher. As the second out of the fourth, Ayala goes down swinging to bring up Chase Taylor with 1 on, 2 down. 0 for 2 today, a fly out to center and then a ground ball to second. Third time up in 4 innings. Has a runner on first in a 2-0 ball game. The Stomps lead, pitch comes, taken on the outer half, ball 1. This is where Hirogi has missed a lot of his pitches on the outer half to left, the arm side for the pitcher. Releases the 1-0. Taken outside again, ball 2. Taylor drew 2 walks in Sunday's win over the Merchants. Also struck out twice in that game. Ahead here, 2-0. Make it 2-1, the pitch. Finds the outer half of the plate. Taylor, the Yukon Husky, facing the San Jose State Spartan, looks at a breaking ball for 2-2. Righty on lefty, with a runner on first, and Heredia 2 down in the inning. Outfield playing in. The runner takes off. Heredia saw that ball go into the dirt and headed over to second. Puts a runner in scoring position once again for Sonoma. Taylor gets the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 ends the inning. Back-to-back punch outs for Hirogi to get out of the 4th. Leaves a runner on second to bring up the bottom of the 4th. Stompers lead 2-0.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
Jake Andreas heads on to the mound for inning number 4. He's faced the minimum on only 26 pitches. Masterclass in inducing weak contact for his defense to collect up. Faces the top of the order here. First pitch misses 1-0 to TJ Woodson, who grounded out to third back in the first. The 1-0 taken for strike one. Howdge in the top half of this inning didn't have any strikeouts entering the fourth and then got 2. Andreas behind the count here, 2-1. And that's really where Jake has shined, especially in that 4 innings against Slow where he struck out 7. The 2-1 taken inside, ball 3. TJ Woodson, the righty facing the righty Andreas, has an on-base percentage above 400. Gets the 3-ball pitch and misses for ball 4. First walk for Jake Andreas starts the 4th inning. Leadoff man Woodson heads over to first, brings up the lefty Daniel Polasic. Polasic first time through, grounded out to short. Runner on first, pitch comes. Taken high for a called strike 1. Check back over at first. Not in time. Andreas with a solid move to keep an eye on the runner Woodson at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Stompers lead by 2. Pitch to Polasic. Taken for called strike 2. Clips the outer part of his zone. Polasic, the UC Irvine anteater. Andreas fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There's the strikeout stuff from Jake Andreas. His first K of the night to bring up Kevin Parker with 1 down, 1 on. Stompers lead 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th on the road in Walnut Creek. Parker, the righty, facing the righty Andreas. Middle of the infield at double play depth. Garcia holding on to the runner at first. Andreas comes home and misses ball 1. Parker at his 3rd school. Did not play at Texas Southern this past spring. Previously at Hawaii and Utah Valley. Gets the pitch and looks at it away, ball 2. 2 straight misses for Andreas on the outside to the righty, Parker. Hitting just .225 entering today for the Dads. Looks at ball 3 low in the dirt. McCown, an acrobatic move to keep that one in front of him and hold on to the runner at first. Andreas walked the leadoff man, struck out Pulasic. Now behind 3-0 here to Kevin Parker with Cam Taylor on deck. You'd think he'd go into the zone here on the 3-0. Check back over at first. Not in time. Woodson just jumped back onto the first base. The 3-0 pitch. Taken away, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk issued by Jake Andreas puts runners on first and second, 1 down for Cam Taylor.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 5.
As Mike Nunez comes out of a dugout before Taylor can even step into the batter's box. Nunez, kind of a pitching whisperer. We've seen him so many times this summer. Come on to the mound and spots a bother for Stompers pitching and get them out of it just by his calming nature. As a communicator, it's him, Andreas, and McCown having words. Nunez leaves the mound. McCown, one last suggestion to Andreas. He heads back to home plate. Cam Taylor now back into the batter's box. From Abraham Baldwin Agricultural, the Georgia native hitting from the left-hand side of the plate. Grounded out to second to start the second. That would end the inning if Andres can do something similar here. Instead, misses inside, ball 1. The 1-0. Taylor takes it for a called strike 1. Andreas finally finds the zone there. He's in charge of keeping a 2-0 lead for Sonoma with runners on first and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 count to Bam Bam Taylor. The pitch. Foul back, 1-2. For these guys not originally from the Bay. Andreas from Utah, Taylor from Georgia. Andreas delivers the 1-2. Taken inside, ball 2, and that one nearly hit Taylor. Angela Nooney thought that was ball 3. She looked over at Robert McGee and realized it was ball 2 as Gage McCown corrected at the catcher spot. Runners on first and second, 1 out. The 2-2 in the dirt, and it gets away from McCown over to the Dad's dugout. Runners advance to second and third. 2 in scoring position now for the Crawdads in a 2-run game. Counts now full to Taylor. Only his second game of the summer for Walnut Creek. Andreas' payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Attacked with a fastball high, and Taylor couldn't catch up. 2 down to bring up Riley Winchell.
Through the first 3 innings, Andreas retired the dads in order. This is now the 5th batter he's faced in the 4th with 2 in scoring position. 2 down to Riley Winchell. Walnut Creek's first hit of the game. Gets that pitch and looks at it away for a ball. Winchell behind the dish today from Chabot. Started his collegiate career at Fresno Pacific, ahead of a count 1-0 to Ron Andreas. The pitch. Looked at high, ball 2. Woodson takes his lead at third. Parker at second, 2 outs in the inning, 2-0 is the count to Riley Winchell. That one bopped foul towards the first base side in front of a dad's dugout, and it goes out of play. Garcia and McCown both gave it a look. Counts now 2-1. Angela Nooney gets some new balls. McCown awaits to get back down in position. Arm starting to get loose for the Stompers. The 2-1. Outs foul to the backstop, 2-2. Andreas is a strike away from getting out of the inning. Woodson at third. Parker at second. Andreas on the mound to Winchell. The 2-strike offering fouled back again. Went to the breaking ball low in the zone, and Winchell just got to it. Andreas gonna have to try again here to put him away. Winchell awaits the delivery. Looks at it high, ball 3. You got a base open, you want to end the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. Stompers lead 2-0. Andreas comes home and delivers. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Winchell started ahead for first. Angela Nooney had different ideas. Andreas gets 3 strikeouts to end the 4th. Leaves 2 in scoring position. We head to the top of the 5th. Sonoma by 2.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
New arm into the game to start the 5th. Paul Wheeler relieves Hidogi of pitching duties for the Crawdads. Hidogi, 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs on the home run from Tino Vassell, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. Wheeler, the 5'11" lefty from Los Altos, California, plays his college ball at USF. He's facing 2, 3, and 4, starting with Trent Keys, and finds the zone, 0-1. Keys has reached both times today with a walk. Stompers trying to get to the reliever early. Wheeler comes home, 0-2. On the outer part of his zone. This is his 5th appearance of the summer. 6 innings, no runs given up, 6 strikeouts. Working from the third base side, lefty on lefty. The 0-2 in and out of the hands of Winchell, 1-2 on a fastball high. Keys at the plate, facing Paul Wheeler, his USF teammate, Wheeler's, Tino Vassell on deck. The 1-2 to TK. Fouled back into the glove of Winchell. 1 down to bring up Tino Vassell.
Now batting the third baseman, number 21.
Vassell familiar with Wheeler. Wheeler made 12 appearances at San Francisco, pitched 13 innings to an ERA of 6.23. First pitch to Vassell looked at on the outer part, 1-0. 13 walks, 13 strikeouts, about as even as it can get from Wheeler at USF. The 1-0. Vassell looks at it high, ball 2. Team leader in extra base hits, added another one today on a home run. He's ahead of here, 2-0. Looked at it for 2-1. Deep breath from Vassell, stepping out of the left-handed batter's box and back in to face the lefty Wheeler. And with a righty on deck in Garcia. The pitch. Hit high and foul, out of play. Vassell under it. Frustrated with himself, swinging his bat around, adjusting his glove and elbow protector, steps back into the batter's box. Wheeler fires. Called, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Paul Wheeler, who has not missed a beat coming into this game. Brings up Angel Garcia, introduces number 56. He's got 36 on the back of his jersey in navy numbers. The team's leader in average entering today. 0 for 2 with fielder's choice. Trying to kickstart a 2-out rally. The pitch. Inside, ball 1. Garcia had to hop out of the way of that one to prevent it from hitting him. Recently committed to Bellarmine to join Stompers teammate Connor Johnston. Congratulations to Angel. The 1-0. Looked at. Called, strike 1. Wheeler went to the outer part of his own there against the righty Garcia. The southpaw deals. That one fouled back, 1-2. Garcia timed it up well. Was just 2 under it. Wheeler agrees on a sign with Winchell. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing from Garcia, and he held up. Appeal over to first, and he went. Ricardo Rodriguez flips the call at home for the third strikeout of the inning. Nobody reached for Sonoma. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Stomps by 2.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats to the family. La Michoacana Ice Cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma.
For the first time this season, Finn Chapman steps onto the mound as a Sonoma Stompers pitcher. He relieves Jake Andreas of pitching duties. Andreas, 4 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Chapman, 6'3" righty from Vacaville, California, plays his college ball with St. Mary's nearby here in the East Bay. Had 10 appearances, 10 innings of work, 11.7 ERA, but had some really solid moments with the Gales. He's facing the lefty Bryden Bull to start things off. The righty delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And of course, it was a pretty fun season to be a part of St. Mary's. Eliminated UCLA from the College World Series in the Los Angeles Regional. The 0-1, bounced foul, 0-2. Chapman quickly ahead of the count here against Bull. .6'3", a tall presence on the mound. Facing Bryden Bull, the Ole Miss Rebel. Took a redshirt year this past season. He's behind in the count here, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Welcome to Sonoma, Finn Chapman. First batter faces a strikeout swinging. Brings up Barrett Ronson with 1 down.
Chapman in the portal right now after the last couple years at St. Mary's. 2 years of eligibility as a redshirt sophomore. Sinker, changeup, slider, and cutter, a 4-pitch mix.
Touch the 90s, get up to 92.
Sinker can touch 94.
Facing the righty Ronson. That one hit into right. Keys tracking over a few steps towards foul territory. And he makes the play for out number 2. I mean, if you're finding 94 in the zone in this league, you are going to compete and then some.
If he can locate a sinker at 91 or above, with any sort of movement. He can slice and dice this order just as he saw Jake Andreas do through 4.
Shane Aldridge to the plate. Popped up. We're going to have it grounded out to first. Looks at that one. Low for a cold strike. For a ball.
Righty up and loosening for the Crawdads. It could just be 1 inning for Paul Wheeler.
Looks solid in that inning of work. Put up a 0. Chapman trying to defend it. Goes inside on the breaking ball. 2-0. First appearance of the summer for Chapman. Behind 2-0. Misses outside, ball 3. Aldridge is hitting 163 this year. Appeared in the first game against Sonoma back in early June. It's the 3-0. Looks at it for a called strike 1. Only appeared as a defensive substitution. Did not take any plate appearances against the Stompers. The man on deck, a former Stomper, Elijah Ramos, knows Sonoma very well. Hitters count to Aldridge. Rips that one over to first, in and out of a glove of Garcia and into right. Keys sprinting over, digging for second is Aldridge. The play over there. In time, out number 3. Went in and out of a glove of Garcia into shallow right. Aldridge tried to turn it too, but Keys hustled over, scooped it up, fired to second for a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the top of the 6th. Stompers up by 2. A new arm into the game for Walnut Creek. Alex Gomez as we head into the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 lead for Sonoma alongside Kieran Costa. I'm Nate Martin. Gomez coming in for Paul Wheeler after Wheeler struck out the side in the 5th. That was the only inning of work for Wheeler. Gomez, the 6'3" righty from USF, comes home, hits that one by Uripero into deep center for a loud out number 1. Uripero went very far into the deepest part of the ballpark, but Bull came down with it for the first out of the inning. Brings up Wesley Bass after a 1-pitch out. Gomez, righty on righty, 6'3", 215, gives the pitch to Bass. Looked at for a called strike 1.
entering his senior season with the Dons, previously pitched at Laney. Gives the pitch. In and out of the hands of Bass. Cold strike 2. Wesley Bass's bat made it all the way to the, basically right back here to us, Kieran.
Yeah, hit the fence screen on the fly right by Gage McCown in the on-deck circle.
The pitch. Looked that away, ball 1. Bass 0 for 2 today. 2 ground outs to short. Gets the pitch. Low, ball 2. Working his way back into the count. This is someone who Gomez and the Dads don't want to get on. Leads the team in stolen bases, even though he's only really been here for a week.
He sort of started the Stompers' reckonings on the base path. They've been uber aggressive the last 5 days.
The 2-2. Fouled. We'll do it again. Over the Dads' first base dugout. Stompers housed on the third baseline. Gomez agrees on the sign. Delivers the 2-2. Breaking ball misses high, ball 3. Bass was frustrated with himself for that take. He's now worked himself a full count. Kind of yelling in there, but I'm ready to go. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Crawdads relievers are just striking out Stompers like it's nothing. 4th punch up by a Walnut Creek reliever, first of the day for Gomez. Gage McCown, 0 for 1 today, walked in the 2nd and flew out to right in the 4th. 2 outs, looks at that one low, ball 1. So we're here in the top of the 5th. Stompers lead by 2 off of a Tino Vassell 2-run homer back in the 3rd. The pitch, 1-1. Rather, it's the top of the 6th, excuse me. Game is flying by here in Monte Vista. The pitch. Gage hits that one to right. Aldridge hauls it in for out number 3. A loud line out to put an end to a 6th that saw the Stompers go down in order. Still a 2-0 game as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Walnut Creek looking for an answer.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
After just one inning of work, Finn Chapman's day is done. Just struck out a crawdad and nothing else. Brings up Wesley Harwell. Second USF Dawn on the mound today for the Stompers. Fourth all game. As Walnut Creek has thrown out two of their own. Harwell, the righty from Mountain View, California, stands 6'3". This is his sixth appearance of the summer, pitching to a 2.16 ERA. He's facing 9-1-2, starting with the former Stomper, Elijah Ramos. Righty on righty. First pitch. Misses away, ball one. Harwell, 8 strikeouts this summer, 6 walks, 6 hits. Looking for a clean inning here in inning number 6. Comes home on the 1-0, make it 1-1 on a fastball over the plate. Ramos lined out to center on a beautiful play by Chase Taylor to end the third. Gets the 1-1 and looks at it for ball 2.
Stompers pitching so far has been so frugal with the walks. Andreas only allowed 2. That was in his last 4th inning. Harwell leads the Stomps. He's allowed 6.
Comes home to Ramos. That one hit to right, and it drops in front of Keys. Scoops it off the ground, and it's a leadoff single for Elijah Ramos. A loud one at that. Hit it the other way to bring up the top of the order with a runner on first.
Number 15,
TJ Woodson, third time up today, drew a walk back in the 4th, grounded out the 3rd back in the 1st. His first time facing Harwell, righty on righty with Ramos on first. 2-0 lead for the Stompers in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch, showing bunt, and lays it down the third base line. Vassell coming in, fires over to first, in for the out. But the sacrifice is complete. Ramos heads over to second. He's in scoring position with 1 down.
Perfect bunt from Woodson. I was a little worried when Vassell tried to make a play there without letting it go foul, but Tino doing it on both sides of a ball today.
Had the home run back in the 3rd. That run is the difference. 2-0 lead for Sonoma. Brings up Daniel Polasek with 1 out. Runner on second. Righty on lefty, Harwell deals. Breaking ball away, ball 1. Polasek, limited appearances so far for Walnut Creek. 4 for 18 on the summer. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Harwell fires the 1-0. Hit the other way over the outstretched glove of Vassell and into left towards foul territory. Coming home is Ramos. He will score. Polasek gets into second standing. It's a 1-out double that cuts the deficit in half for Walnut Creek. 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. And there is an argument right now that's saying that Polasek didn't touch first or touch second.
Angel Garcia had him not touching first base.
Seems to be a pretty a fruitful conversation. Polasek stands at second. Kevin Parker to the plate. Walked back in the 4th, grounded out back in the 1st. Dads have the tying run in scoring position. Harwell throws over to first. Nobody there. Ricardo Rodriguez saying with a runner on second base, he has the runner at first who is not there. Safe.
Yeah, that's how you need to make that appeal. If a runner misses a base, whether that be first or second, you have to throw back over to make sure when the pitcher's back on the rubber before the next pitch has been thrown.
Harwell comes home. Pitch off the knee of McCown and allows the runners to advance 90 feet. A wild pitch puts Pulaski 90 feet from scoring. He's on third. Kevin Parker at the plate. Walnut Creek just a fly ball from tying the game. Infield playing in for Sonoma. Worried about giving up the lead here in the bottom of the sixth. 2-1's the score. Harwell fires. That one hit to right. Keys tracking back, going over to the wall and hauls it in. The runner tags. It's a sacrifice fly that ties the game. 2-2 in the bottom of the sixth. 2 outs to bring up Cam Taylor.
Now batting the designated hitter, number
0 for 2 today with a strikeout.
Bam Bam Taylor.
Righty on lefty. Taylor gets the pitch low, ball 1. Arm starting to get loose for Sonoma. Harwell behind 1-0 to Taylor. The pitch. Misses away, ball 2. Stompers dug out like that one. So does Taylor. He's ahead here, 2-0. The pitch. Finds the plate, 2-1 on a breaking ball on the outer half. Devin Laginto is the arm getting loose for Sonoma right now. Had the save on Sunday's win against the Merchants. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Harwell is back in the count against Taylor. Laginto's just tossing. There is another arm actually getting warmed up in the bullpen right now.
I think it's Keller Osbin.
Sonoma. Osbin came in the 9th inning of that win over the Merchants on Sunday, but couldn't complete the save. 2-2 misses outside to Taylor. Full count here to the lefty. We do not want to extend this inning. 2 runs have already come across the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs. Tie ball game at 2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Taylor goes down swinging for the second time today to end the 6th, but not before 2 runs come across the plate on 2 hits. No errors. Nobody left. Tie ball game. Should be a thrilling end to this one. I'd stay tuned in to the Sonoma Stompers broadcast network to hear Kieran Koster's play-by-play to close it out.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue in Sonoma.
Alex Gomez out for his second inning of work. Laney Junior College here in the East Bay, USF. That's where he played ball last year. He faces Mateo Heredia, Bryson Ayala, and Chase Taylor in the 7th, a tie ball game at 2. 8-9-1, try and get the Stompers back out in the lead. Tino Vassell, a 2-run home run in the 3rd, was matched a 2 spot in the last of a 6. Heredia takes low 1-0. Mateo, the DH today, has been aboard twice. 1 out single in the 2nd. He was erased on a double play. He reached on an error, stole 2nd, and was stranded in the 4th. Starts early, but takes it 1-0. Already a few swing tweaks here. That front foot is like lifted up with just the ball of his foot on the ground, and Mateo takes a called strike, 2-1. Feet wide apart. Kicks out the back line of the right-handed batter's box. Ahead in the count, 2-1. Gomez from the windup comes to the plate. Heredia hits it hard into center field. Sinking fast. 2 hops out to Bryden Bull. A single. And Mateo Heredia has doubled his hit total of the season. 2nd knock of the day. Stompers have the go-ahead run aboard to start the visitors' 7th. Here comes Bryson Ayala.
And that tweak clearly worked, Kieran. If you're having a 2-hit day, doubling your total on the season, and you also reached on an error back in the 4th, he's really doing something well here.
First baseman Ronson holds the runner Heredia. In on the grass at 3rd is TJ Woodson guarding against a bunt. Ayala swinging away and grounding it right to Woodson at 3rd. He goes to 2nd for 1. The turn to 1st in time. Around the horn, 5-4-3 go the Crawdads. Ayala's 2nd time he's bounced into 2 today. Heredia erased 1 pitch after his single. 2 outs, no one aboard for Chase Taylor at the top.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Chase Taylor.
Frustrating summer continues for Ayala, and we head to the top of the order. Chase Taylor 0 for 3, a fly ball, a ground ball, and a strikeout. Gomez back to the windup. Delivers a called strike. Only had to throw 1 pitch from the stretch. Induced the 5-4-3. Pitch to Taylor. Fooled him. Swings and misses. Aldridge a step off the line in right. The pitch to Taylor. High, 1-2. Stompers have gone quiet since the Vassell home run. Heredia was the first hit. Taylor does a great job to stay alive. Just gets a piece. It heads back to the screen. Trent Keys collects. He's in the on-deck circle. He's already walked twice today.
And before that Heredia hit, he was the last person to reach back in the 4th. On the error.
Crawdads bullpen has shut things down. 1-2 to Taylor. Foul back again, up and over the screen. Crawdad bullpen is quiet. Taylor behind 1-2. Gomez's delivery. Chase takes a ball high. Riley Winchell had already started to head back to the home dugout on the first base side. Instead, he goes back into his crouch and ready to receive a 2-2 offer from his pitcher, Gomez. 2-2. Taylor hits this one to right field. Has some carry. Aldridge chasing back, and just shy of the warning track, he makes the catch. Taylor retired for the 4th time today. A hit erased on a double play. Gomez faces the minimum in the 7th. Time to stretch here in Walnut Creek, all tied at 2.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take about Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win. The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at Monte Vista High School in Danville, California, the home of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. I'm Kieran Costa, joined by my broadcast partner, Nate Martin. Stompers on the road in the East Bay, trying to regain the lead that they gave up to the Crawdads. Sonoma led 2-0 from the 3rd to the 6th, and now we play in the bottom of the 7th. Crawdads hitting, and it's bounced foul by Riley Winchell, who singled and struck out. Both of those were against the starter, Jake Andres, who went 4 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He did not allow an earned run. That's now 8 straight innings without allowing a run for Andreas over 2 starts against the top 2 teams in the CCL North. Harwell delivers and it's bounced to Ayala at shortstop. The long throw across the diamond is high. Garcia's swipe tag won't be made. E6 on Bryson Ayala. Leadoff man aboard is Winchell. Here comes Bryden Bull.
It's happened a lot this summer, a few times where Ayala skies the throw over to first, and Garcia, to his credit, nearly got the swipe tag, but it just...
Now it's Harwell a righty against Bull a lefty. Winchell leads from first. Held on by Angel Garcia, not running. Bull late. That counts 0-1. Pick back to first, not in time. Stompers looking to turn a double play. Andreas induced one on this man, Bryden Bull, back in the 2nd. Harwell sets at the letters, peeks at first, and delivers to the plate. Outside with a fastball, 1-1. Now there's action in the bullpen for Walnut Creek. Maybe if they take a lead here, they go to the back end of the bullpen with 6 outs to get. Bull takes low, 2-1. They first need to grab a lead here on Sonoma. Runner at first base is Winchell. Bull in the batter's box with nobody out. Harwell's delivery. Bull swings and misses. Fooled him badly. All right, and Bull, the number 3 recruit out of all of Nevada in 2025, redshirted at Ole Miss. He takes outside 3-2. Gage McCown's picked back to third. They did not get him. Very, very close back at first base. Counts now 3-2 on Bryden Bull. Winchell not running. Bull hits a weak ground ball back up the middle. Ayala fields in front of second, throws to first. He threw this one away as well. Off the glove of Garcia, kicks behind the bag. That one also ruled an E6.
It was a lot tougher of a play to make there, but still, you're expecting that throw to be accurate.
It was ruled a single, I think. Single, and then the runner could have advanced to third on the air. Runners at the corners, nobody out. First pitch called strike to Ronson. Not getting much help from his defense here in the 7th. Crawdads looking to snag a lead. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Harwell comes home. This one's grounded up the middle. Ayala into a dive. He can't get it. It's into center field. The throw will come to second base. The tag safe again is Bull, who took a wide turn but got back to second. RBI single for Barrett Ronson, his 8th RBI of the season. And the Crawdads have come back to take a lead on Sonoma. That could have been the ground ball, but it somehow snuck through back up the middle. 3-2 Walnut Creek looking to extend their lead. 2-1, nobody out. It's bunted right back to Harwell. He's going to underhand to first. Europero covering, not in time. Stompers defense collapsing here in this 7th inning. The bases are full with nobody out. Here comes Zach Pace to the mound. A brutal bottom of the 7th. 1 in. The bases are loaded with nobody out.
Yeah, it's been as brutal of a defensive inning as we've seen from Sonoma. Couple errors, and then that one where no one was covering first. Europero realized and sprinted over from second. Garcia crashed on the bunt. That was eventually fielded by Harwell, and an underhand flip had to be made because there was no one there. Otherwise, it would have gotten away and probably would have scored a run.
Zach Pace trying to instill a little bit of confidence into a defense that has seen 2 ground balls on the infield to the shortstop Ayala turn into runners on, and then that one, I don't even know how to score it. Maybe bunt single? Bases loaded, nobody out. Former Stomper Elijah Ramos at the plate, 1 for 2. Infield drawn in for Sonoma. The pitch, Ramos takes low. Ball in the gap could change the course of this ball game. Harwell trying to somehow limit the damage. 1 in, 3 on, no out. 3-2 Crawdads, last of the 7th. Bull from third, Ronson from second, Aldridge from first. Harwell's pitch to Ramos just misses. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch to Ramos, inside, 3-0. One more wide one would force home another run. 3-0 from Harwell. In there, 3-1.
Needed that.
Just a disaster of the bottom of the 7th for Zach Pace's defense. 2 errors on Ayala, a mental mistake. Europera wasn't quick enough to cover first on a bunt back to the pitcher. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Ramos gifts his former team a break. Swings at ball 4. It's 3-2. Ramos hit .323 for the Stompers in 2024. That average down almost 200 points to 167 entering play today. Took last summer off, rehabbing injury. He's headed to Cal State Bakersfield in the fall. Payoff pitch. Ramos grounds it off the glove of Vassell down the left field line. 1 run scores easily. Here comes a second. Ramos digs towards second base. He's in there. And nothing has gone Sonoma's way this inning. 2 runs come across. Waiting for a ruling on that, and now here comes Zach Pace to make the move. Breaking the action, pitching change. 3 in, 2 on, no out here in the 7th. We'll be right back on the Stompers Broadcast Network.
Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners.
Keller Osbin enters a game where Sonoma once led 2-0. Now they trail at 5-2. Crawdads a 3 spot in this inning, aided by 2 errors on Bryson Ayala, a missed bunt coverage, and then a play that kicked off the glove of Tino Vassell down at third, ruled a double for Elijah Ramos. Wesley Harwell's outing is done. He's allowed 5 runs. He got just 3 outs, and he's responsible for another 2 runners out at second and third. Osbin, Santa Rosa Junior College through last year at Colorado State Pueblo. Infield still drawn in. He faces the leadoff man, Woodson, who lines it down the right field line, going all the way into the corner. The 2 runs will score easily. Woodson's going to hold up at second with a double. 2 RBI for TJ Woodson, number 7 and 8 on the season. And that will close the book on Wesley Harwell, who went 1+ innings, allowed 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. And 7 runs, all of them earned. He didn't walk anybody, and he got just 1 K. Osbin pours in a strike to Daniel Polasic. Crawdads have busted open this ballgame 7-2. That one's hit hard to center. Taylor started in, now goes back to make the catch. Tagging is Woodson. The throw cut by Ayala, and it hit the runner in the head. We're going to have a play at the plate. No, we will not. Woodson tagged to go from second to third. And then Ayala cut the throw in from Taylor. He threw to the third baseman, Vassell. It hit off the helmet of Woodson, who's then going to score on a throwing error by Ayala. That's a tough throwing error to give him, but I think it does have to be made. Osmond delivers a called strike. That was just the first out of the inning.
At least there's nobody on.
6 runs home. The first 6 to come to the plate have scored. This one's popped up behind the plate. Gage McCown heading back towards the screen, and he makes a basket catch. Angela Nori didn't give him any room trying to pop out of the crouch. He evaded the home plate umpire and made the play, crashing into the backstop. And this bottom of the 7th, I think, is the most poorly played inning of Stompers baseball we've seen this year. 3 errors. The pitch is a called strike, 1 on the outside corner.
I mean, we've had games where Sonoma's put up 7 errors before. That was against Menlo Park last week in a game that neither team really deserved to win. But this is, I don't think any inning has been as consequential.
Stompers led 2-0. Vassell hit a home run in the 3rd inning, and then a single, a bunt, a double, and a sac fly for Walnut Creek tied it in the bottom of the 6th. Wesley Harwell came back out for the 7th. Error, single, 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 double. Keller Osmond came in, double, fly out, pop up. Taylor hits this one a mile high to right. Trent Keys should have it. He settles under it, and it pop-up finally comes down. The inning is finally over. In the inning, it is 6 runs on 6 hits, 3 Stomper errors, and nobody left. We head to the 8th inning. Walnut Creek way out in front by the score of 8-2.
Cresco Rents. What you need, when you need it. And we show you how to use it. It's simple. You choose it, you use it. We have the right tool for every job. Never buy it, never store it. When you need it, just rent it.
I'm Chris Smith, president of Cresco. If you need it, Cresco's got it.
All over the
Mike
Bay Area
Jones is
and
gonna
online
come
at
in
CrescoRent.com.
for Trent Keys. And Jones strikeout. He faced the minimum 6 hitters, erased Heredia on a double play. Vassell takes low. Tino walked in the first, hit a 2-run home run, all the offense for the Stomps in the third, and he struck out looking in the fifth. That was against Paul Wheeler. Vassell swings and misses here. Vassell looking to avoid what would be his 20th strikeout of the season. He's already tallied his 3rd home run today. Delaney with a tall stocking socks delivers a pitch that misses. The count's 2-2 on Tino Vassell. Anthony Shepler out on deck. He'll hit for Angel Garcia. Delaney from the windup comes to the plate. Vassell strikes out swinging. First one for Ryan Delaney. There's 2 down. Here comes Anthony Shepler off the bench to hit for Sonoma.
Number 7, Anthony Shepler.
Shepler from Novato, California, played his freshman season at Ohio State, last year at San Jose State. He'll be joined as he heads back there by Kalani Hodegi, who started this game. It's 0-1. Shep 1 for 16 with a couple of walks and 9 strikeouts on the season. Left-handed hitter working against the lefty Delaney. The pitch is hit hard to center field, left center field. Bull chasing over. He's going to give way to the left fielder Pulasic, who makes the catch. The inning is over. 1-2-3 inning work by Delaney. 7.5 in the books. All Walnut Creek. It's 8-2.
Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Bottom of the 8th inning. It's mop-up work for Drew Kaplan. He'll face Winchell, Bull, and Ronson. Those three all led off the 7th against Wes Harwell, an inning that wound up scoring 6 for Walnut Creek. Winchell started that, he reached on an error. Kaplan's first pitch is hit to right. Coming on is the right fielder to make the catch. That is a new right fielder. That is Mike Jones who makes the play. Trent Keyes, day is done. He was obviously lifted for Mike Jones in the top of this inning, and Kaplan gets Winchell to start the inning. A much needed first out. It took Sonoma 7 hitters to get that first out. Bryden Bull hit a weak ground ball up the middle. It was ruled an infield hit for Bull, who takes low. Drew Kaplan, the new man, relieves Keller Osbin, who went 1 inning. He gave up a hit. That was the double by Woodson. That run wound up scoring unearned. No walks and no Ks. Bull bounces it foul back to the screen. Hunter Carlson's supposed to get his stitches out tomorrow, hopefully able to be slotted back into the lineup, a lineup that struggled today. Just 3 hits through 8 innings. Bull takes low, skips in, nice block by Gage McCown, battling behind the dish today.
Well, I don't think you can chalk this loss on, I think partially it is the lineup underproducing against the Dad's relievers, but really it's the bottom of the 7th where you put up 3 errors.
This one's bounced to first, gloved by Shepler, flips to Kaplan. Not in time. It came in and out of the glove of the Stomper pitcher. Nice play by Anthony Shepler. E1, that one goes against the pitcher Kaplan, who hurried over to first base, got there, and then came in and out of his glove. 5th error of the day for Sonoma. 4th in the last 2 innings.
These basketball intros are getting a little old.
That one's high.
When you're winning 6-0 after that 7th inning we just witnessed.
8-2 your score in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch is crushed down the left field line, but foul by Barrett Ronson. It was just a little bit early on that one from Drew Kaplan. Stompers looking for a double play ball to end the threat. The pitch is high. The count's 2-1. I wouldn't be surprised if we see at-bats from Rylan Heckman, Connor Johnston, guys, just to get him a little bit of run here. As that one missed, we have to get to the top of the ninth first. It's 3 balls and 1 strike on Barrett Ronson.
This is not how you wanted to start the week, in a week that you feel like you have to win 3-2.
Runner goes. The pitch is popped up. First base side. Shepler will drift over. No play as it's up and over the screen. Another righty up and loosening for Brant Cummings.
It puts a lot of pressure on tomorrow's game against Menlo Park when the remaining 3 games this week afterwards are against the Crawdads and then the Merchants.
Should be a gimme against the Legends tomorrow. It hasn't been so far. Runner goes. Pitch is hit into center. Chase Taylor ranges over and makes the catch. He just has to get the ball to first base. On one hop, he does. Shepler on the bag. So it goes L8 and then 8-3 on the double play. Last looks for the Stompers. They need a whole bunch. 6 to tie, 7 to take the lead. We head to the top of the ninth. They trail at 8-2.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Miles Brand comes out of a bullpen to relieve Ryan Delaney. His 6th appearance, he's 0-1. He's given up 2 runs in 9.1 innings. 8 hits, 9 strikeouts. He's walked just 1. Ryan Modesto, junior college. He threw just 11.1 innings there. He'll face Rylan Heckman, who will pinch hit for Misael Europero.
Then Sebastiani on deck, another pinch hitter.
First pitch to Heckman is swung on a miss, 0-1. Heckman awaits from the righty Brand. Called strike, outside edge. Tough go for Sonoma today, trying to mount some sort of comeback here in the 9th inning. The pitch to Heckman, low, 1-2. It was Howdegi to Wheeler to Gomez, Delaney, and now Brand in the 9th. Stompers have mustered just 3 hits. Heckman swings and misses. He strikes out. First one for the new man Brand, and the 8th for Walnut Creek pitching. Ben Sebastiani will hit for Wesley Bass. Jack Pace dipping into his bench. Sebastiani takes a called strike at the knees. Angelo Nori seems to have opened up this zone just a hair here in what's now a 6-run game. Sebastiani swings and pops it up on the infield. Drifting out is Elijah Ramos. Now coming back towards the infield dirt, he makes the catch. And Connor Johnston represents the Stompers' last shot.
Now batting, number 5, Connor Johnson.
Stompers back in action tomorrow. A 6 o'clock start from Baylands Park in Palo Alto against the Legends. Johnson swings first pitch and hits it foul, 0-1. Stompers dugout imploring Connor Johnston to keep the line moving. That one's low and it hits him. So Connor Johnston is aboard first base, and that continues the game for Mateo Heredia.
Could have called an LBW on that one, Kieran. It bounced.
Good, bounced up and got him. Second time that Connor Johnston's been hit by a pitch this year.
That was a cricket reference, by the way.
Pitch to Heredia. Bottom of the zone, called strike 1. Stompers have just 1 hit since Tino Vassell homered with 1 out in the 3rd inning. That was this man, Mateo Heredia. Singled in the 7th inning, was erased on a double play. That one's low. Johnson not running. Heredia takes outside, 2-1. Stompers have scored more than 6 runs in a 9th inning on the road this season. It was their only road win. That was over San Francisco over 2 weeks ago. Slide step delivery. Heredia hits it hard to left. Polisic isn't going to get it, and it's going to be cut off right in front of the warning track. Johnston slides into 3rd and into 2nd with a double is Mateo Heredia, his 2nd double of the season. His 3rd hit on the day. He's been aboard all 4 times. And Kays DeRamalar is going to hit for Bryson Ayala.
Mateo Heredia been a big bright spot of this game. See him come out as a hitter is a big deal for Sonoma to just have another guy that you could potentially use in the order. Valuable.
Kays DeRamalar digs in from the right side. He'll come in to replace Bryson Ayala. Couple RBI chances for the former Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cub. He swings first pitch. It's a flare into left. Pulisic comes on. This should do it, and it does. The Crawdads ride a 6-run 7th inning to a demonstrative 8-2 win over the Stompers. Your final score, 8-2. The Crawdads beat the Stompers. They even the series in series at 1. The 7th victory in a row for Brant Cummings' squad. Alex Gomez, the winning pitcher. Wesley Harwell, the loser, will be back with the rest of the totals after this.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence. From roof repairs to installations, Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Another game is in the books. To break things down, let's go back to Kieran and Nate with the Stompers post-game show.
Wrapping up shop in Danville. Stompers lose by an 8-2 final. And an ugly one here against the Crawdads. And Nate, a lot came down to that 7th inning where Sonoma made 3 errors and allowed 6 runs. A 2-2 game turned into an 8-2 game.
Yeah, you only have yourselves to blame for this one. You don't want to play ifs and buts or whatever, but if those throws are accurate and you get those outs, who knows what happens in the 8th and the 9th. It's certainly a lot closer than a 6-run deficit. These are 2 very competitive clubs. I think the first game is a lot more representative of what this series should look like than this one. But it's going to be up to Sonoma to clean up those mistakes. 5 errors in a game will not win you games against the Crawdads.
Alex Gomez is the winning pitcher. He improves to 1-1. Wesley Harwell, the loser, he falls to 0-1. A couple bright spots, though, for Sonoma. Jake Andreas, again, magnificent on the hill. 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. He did not allow an earned run. Only 1 guy got into scoring position off him. And then on the offensive side of the ball, Mateo Heredia entered play today, 2 for 19. He got 3 hits today. He reached base 4 times and stole a base. So a couple positives to look forward into next game against Menlo Park. That'll be tomorrow, a 6 o'clock first pitch from Baylands. You can catch the call right back here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. Your coverage starts at 5:45. Sonoma hunting what would just be their 2nd road victory. The Stompers fall to 8-9. They've lost just their last game. They fall to 1-1 against Walnut Creek and 1-5 on the road. The Crawdads win their 7th in a row to improve to 11-4. 1-1 in the season series, 8-3 in their home ball games this season. Alex Gomez, the winner over Wesley Harwell. 8-1 triumphs over 2-4-5. Crawdads beat the Stompers here on a Wednesday evening. The time of the game, 2 hours and 19 minutes. For my broadcast partner, Nate Martin, and everyone else that helps this broadcast run, I'm Kieran Costa saying we'll see you later from Walnut Creek.
Thanks for sharing your evening with us here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. For schedule info and game tickets, go to stompersbaseball.com or catch collegiate baseball at its best right here on our YouTube channel. And always remember, success on the field starts with success in the classroom.